going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the RADcast. I'm Nicki Dimalanta. My friends call me Rogue Leader.
And I'm Nicki Dimalanta, and everybody calls me Dimmy.
Dimmy. Yeah, Dimmy. Oh, my voice keeps cracking.
Going through second puberty.
I guess you go through second puberty when you get closer to 40.
Oh, wow. That's weird to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm closer to 40 than I am to 30. How does it feel being married to an old geezer? I found another gray hair. I don't think did you see that story?
No, I haven't seen that. No.
It was. Yeah.
I'm not very good at Instagram. I'm not very good at social media.
No, but you're popular.
Mom. That's my mom. That's my mom. I'm not
So
popular. I'm popular with my mom. But I fucking better be popular with my mom.
Yeah, no, I found another gray hair. I thought it was an old one. I'm like, no, because I went and I physically counted. I have like 6 that I know of.
Okay, here's a question. Would you rather have graying hair or losing hair?
Ooh, I'd rather have graying hair.
I agree. Because
I wanted to touch on this with the whole like whatever that AI thing was called. Lensa. Fun app, but like I'll get to it, but like I want to have like I'd rather have graying hair than losing hair because there's that one picture that got generated with I call it my old man Obi-Wan.
Yeah, like old man Snake, old man Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it looked like I look sick in that beard. Like, God, I really wish I could grow a beard because that image looked really, out of all the images that it generated for me, that was the most unique.
That's pretty intense beard.
And pretty intense beard. But like, I told you this, all the photos I got, the one thing that stood out to me is my hair looked great.
Well, your hair always actually looks great in IRL.
Not always.
In IRL.
Yeah. But like when it's like an image like that, it like highlights certain parts of my hair. It's like, oh God, especially the gray one. I'm like, that looks great.
You got great hair.
I do have. That's something that whenever I get my hair cut, that always gets commented on. It's like, you have great hair. I'm like, I wish I could do something different with it. I think that's the gripe I have. Like, I've had this hairstyle for like 20 years.
Well, that's because your hair has always been the same length for that amount of time.
Yeah. Except for that one time where I straightened it.
That's outside of what I'm talking about. Oh my God. But yeah, your hair has been this length for that amount of time. And how often can you do a fucking faux hawk? You're not 19 anymore.
Yeah. I did go through that phase where I had the...
All boys do, I think. You go through, it seems that you go through a faux hawk phase when you're 5 and then again in the early 2000s. So that time has passed. I don't know if young men do that now. No, they don't. They have like that stupid scoop up TikTok hairstyle. I've noticed.
When you come forward and flip it up. I did that one time too. I went to their face like that too. I did have a frosted tip phase like my senior year of high school.
Who hasn't in the early 2000s? I feel like that was a pretty common thing.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you had to do it at some point.
You had to, yeah.
But yeah, no, I've noticed that like TikTok boys, like Gen Z TikTok boys, you gotta have like puffy, kind of wavy, curly hair that it just goes, and it looks dumb as hell. But don't we all look back on our youth and go, oh no.
Yeah.
So their turn's coming. It just hasn't gotten here yet. The darkness is coming.
Yeah, but there's only so many hairstyles I can do with my hair.
When your hair is not very long, yeah.
Not very long, but really thick and wavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was longer, you could be like a K-pop guy.
I don't want to venture out into different hairstyles because it's like...
It's a lot of upkeep.
One, it's a lot of upkeep. And 2, it's kind of like, do I want to try to do something that's not age appropriate? Because like, I'm reaching that age where it's like, if I try something like different, it's like, hey, I'm cool, you know?
Hello, you fellow children.
Hi, I'm cool. I'm still cool, right?
Fellow young kids. I'm cool still, right?
Yeah, but it's just like I kind of settled on this side part. Like,
side parts are out, baby. According to Gen Z, that's what I've heard.
I'm not.
If you have a side part, then that means that you're an old ass millennial, and I guess I'm just.
I guess I'm an old ass millennial.
Because I tried to do a middle part, and either it looks dumb or I look like I'm 12.
My middle part.
Because middle parts. I parted my hair in the middle when I was like fucking 12.
Me too.
And then when I reached the age that Gen Z people are now, it was like, you want to look mature and older? Try a side part, dummy. And then I tried it and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because you look...
This is new and different. And now all of a sudden it's like, if you have a side part, you're an idiot. And you're a millennial. You should definitely like there was so many TikToks I've seen where a girl has like a side part and like 50% of the comments are like, please, I'm begging you, just try a middle part. Please. It's so much better. It's like who cares?
Who cares? It's like, yeah, like you said, you look younger-ish.
I say whatever makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Like trends. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I hate everything.
Which we did hop on a trend that like I said, I want to talk about it just a little bit. The Lensa controversy that's going on right now.
I don't really know everything about why everybody's getting upset about it now.
It's a fun app. I think people are surprised that it samples. I use that term loosely. From other pieces of art that's out on the internet to generate images. It's like, how do you think it worked?
Well, because when we did it, because like it was funny that a couple days ago, Shannon, our beloved Shannon, the queen of corruption from Schmodown, if you're here, you know the Schmodown.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade. But like, she was like, I'm usually so resistant to big trends and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, same. But we all know that you would look hot as hell.
Yeah.
And then like the next day or like 2 days later, you were like, whatever, I'll
try it. Yeah.
Because it costs like $2 or $3 or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
to generate some stuff. Yeah.
And then you can like cancel the subscription if you don't want to continue to pay for it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not paying. But then you did. And I'm like, all right. And so I was like, can I just, since you already
send me the images,
you have a free subscription for the next week or so, I could just send you pictures and then I virtually can do it for free, right? Even though it's like $2 or $3, who cares? But it's the principle of it for me. But you had already done it, so I'm like, what's the harm? Yeah. So I just sent you a bunch of pictures, and it spit out like 200 pictures from the like 10 I sent in, and I had to dig to get 10 pictures. I learned it was like I said, it was a very good exercise for me. I learned that I do not take a lot of pictures.
Yeah, neither of us take a lot of pictures of ourselves.
And we should take more. Because I just don't feel like I photograph well. And I usually look at pictures of myself and I'm like, ew. But I'm like, you know what? We should take more pictures. Yeah. That definitely was a little bit of an eye-opener for me. Like maybe next year we do a resolution. We take more pictures. But yeah, some of the pictures that came out was like, this is clearly somebody else's picture that they tried to superimpose my features onto.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what the app does. It samples, and people are like, "Oh, now they can use your images." It's like, yeah, that's how the internet works.
Well, spoiler alert: you're on social media. Anything you post is kind of public domain. I guess as long as nobody's profiting off of your images. But then again, they are kind of now.
And that's the core of the issue. Is Lensa is profiting off of other people's images. And I want to say very loosely because it's not like they're selling you the pictures that are being generated. You're paying for a service, and they're not.
They're sampling other.
They're sampling. I think that's the issue. They're profiting off of sampling other people's images and revamping them, remixing them.
It's kind of like how musical artists will sample each other's work.
Yeah.
So it's not the original song, but there's definitely elements of the original song that are remixed into something new, but it sounds familiar. And so these pictures are going to look familiar.
And I think that's the issue. Are you paying for the images you're getting, or are you paying for an app to redo them for you? And I think that's where the issue is. It's like, well, if they're going to be sampling from other artists, then you need to pay the artists that are being sampled. And it's like, that's a huge can of worms. Like, well, how do you disperse, you know what I mean? Saying how you pay those artists.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get where the frustrations are, but it's like, and I know people, and it's like, we should have known better, but it's like, how did you think this worked anyways? They're not, the software isn't like just generating things out of thin air. It's like, it needs to reference something.
It took like 30 minutes to make 200 pictures?
Yeah.
You really think that's just going to happen on the fly?
And just all this controversy aside, it's a fun app. It's like,
for sure,
I can see, like, if I was more into it, and like if I really quickly wanted to generate like a D&D avatar, I can already see how I would do it. I would dress up in certain things and then like maybe alter myself very little, and then take a couple of like 20 pictures of me in different poses, and then it's like, all right, generate, and then it'll spit out 200 images. It's like, ooh. Or I could have spent a week trying to
yourself.
do it myself. It's like, this is very easy. I can just very simply take a couple of images of myself, because it depends on what you feed it.
Yeah.
Because I noticed, like, I fed it wedding pictures and screenshots of my TikTok videos, and it spat out a lot of like tuxedo suit images and a bunch of stuff of me in different robes. And it's like, it judges you. It's basically like, all right, this guy looks like he's doing like a futuristic type of pictures and stuff. And it spat back a bunch of like dystopian future type of shit. And I noticed a couple of other of my friends did it that have a lot of pictures of them in like Renaissance clothing or something like that, and it spat back a bunch of like
it picks up on themes.
Yeah, it picks up on the things. It's like, so basically what you feed it, it'll spit back, and then it'll search for other images on the internet that people uploaded and superimpose you on top of it. So it's like, yeah, that's how the app works. It's not like it's going to generate things out of thin air. It can't do that. It has to reference something.
Yeah.
And that's how art works. Even if you're physically doing it yourself, you're going to look and like, I need to draw a picture of somebody in a forest. You could do it from memory, but it's not going to look as good if you reference something else. So that's what a
lot of art seems to be that.
Yeah.
I mean, how many things are completely original these days? Yeah, I noticed that a couple people were like, I'm taking my Lensa pictures down. And I'm like, I really don't understand exactly what the big deal is. But I mean, if you are stealing direct images from other people, that's a problem. And passing them off as your own. Obviously, plagiarism is a problem.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a huge problem. Yeah.
I feel like I'd have to, I don't know, like try to research, like, what is the deal with Lensa? Like, why is everybody so mad about it now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not everybody.
Yeah.
But I've seen a couple people saying that it's a problem and digital artists are not getting compensated appropriately. And, but yeah, it becomes the blurry line of like, their work in its entirety, is that being stolen or is it being sampled?
Yeah. I think.
And how much of that, when does that cross the line?
Yeah. I think if you're just doing it to have, like we did, we'd have fun for profile pictures. And like I said, if you want to like really quickly generate something that you don't want to take the time to do yourself and you're not selling it.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. But once you start to take those images that it generates and then it's like, ooh, that's a cool picture, I'm going to sell it on my website. It's like, that's a problem.
Hey, I have an Etsy store. Send me pictures of yourself and I'll give you fun pictures back.
Yeah, all you do is just go into the Lensa app and just do it that way. Yeah. It's like, that's a problem.
Yeah, which I feel like happens sometimes on Etsy.
It does.
Like I've definitely looked on Amazon for a couple of things, and then like I looked on Etsy for similar things, and I found like the exact same pictures. So I wonder if people like buy things off of Amazon and then pass it off as their own on Etsy and just like jack up the price a couple dollars. Like it's custom.
Yeah.
Like,
I think what it all boils down to is money. It's like,
well, everything
in the world boils down to money or the right people getting what they deserve.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get that people are mad. They're like, oh, they're stealing. It's like, yeah, I get it. But like, at what point do you consider it stealing?
Right.
So like, and the end goal is like, yes, so these artists should be compensated. It's like, all right, how do we do that? It's a huge issue if you want people to be compensated. It's like, all right, what's the solution?
Yeah.
And I have no idea how to do that. So it's so above my head of like how to do that stuff. But it's like, bottom line, it's a fun app.
Yeah.
And if you use it how it's intended, then yeah, sure. But I don't know.
It was fun to see what it would give back to you, because there were some people, I don't know, I got 200 pictures back and I think I might have picked out 10 of them that I thought were good.
Yeah.
And the rest of them I was like, that looks nothing like me.
There were, I got 200 images back. There was like, I maybe picked up like you said, like 5 or 10 that are like, ooh, that looks really nice. That looks pretty. That
actually kind of looks like me.
Actually kind of looks like me. Then there's like 95 to 80 pictures of like, why is my hand so warped? My nose is so long and my eyes are crossed. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
So
like there was somebody, I won't say their name, but somebody who posted some recently, and they were really cute, and the person in the images looked very cool, but I was like,
that looks nothing like them.
Nothing like you. And I don't know if they thought like, wow, these look so cool. I look so amazing. Wow. It's like, dog, they don't look anything like you. It looks like maybe 5% you.
Yeah, a cross between you and somebody else.
Yeah. And for all I know, somebody looked at my pictures and thought the same thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I recognize myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's a couple people that I'm like, wow, those look really, really cool. And they definitely look like them. But then that person, do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly.
Yeah, they post them. I'm like, maybe one of these looks like you. The rest of them just look like somebody else that looks maybe like a hint of you.
I do want to start messing around with more AI generated images, but not Lensa. But like, there's this other one that you actually prompted. It's like, hey, I need an image of this, and you spit keywords into the bar, and then it feeds you what based on what you gave it. It'll scour the internet and then piece together a bunch of images. Like, is this what you're looking for?
So it's the same thing that people get upset about.
Yeah. But this one, it's different in the fact that I don't think you're the purpose. I think I don't know how it is, but like, I do want to, because it's a very interesting tool especially for people like in the film industry or like in the creative industry that want a jumping off point for something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I need an image of this. I'm looking for a tone of something. And then it spits back in and it's like, ooh, that's exactly what I was thinking. Because sometimes it's hard to get what's in your head out onto like a paper when you can have something do it for you. And it's like, that's your starting point.
Yeah.
And then don't use that image, but use that as like a guide to like, this is exactly the tone I want to go for.
Yeah.
Because people that I follow, like Ryan Conley and a bunch of other people in that space, do that as a starting off point, and then they focus their entire project around that one image.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that's what AI image generation can be really used for, instead of like trying to like generate something and then selling it as your own. That's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
So I do want to start messing around with it, but it's just like, it's so like, especially with this whole Lensa thing, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, do I want to do it and get in trouble or like stir up some like bad feelings of like, oh, you're stealing from somebody. It's like, oh, I'm really doing that for it, but I don't know. You look confused.
I don't know. I feel like art is just everybody's just recycling things that everybody's already done. I don't know. I feel like to do something completely different that nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, it's hard.
Would be really difficult. Like, I don't know. I feel like what would be difficult about being in any kind of like artsy profession, because what hasn't been done.
Everything's been done.
I mean, so honestly, you could do literally anything, and somebody out there, like, what did I see the other day? I think I saw like Taylor Swift was accused of plagiarism because some random ass French artist was like, I made a music video that kind of looked like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, dog, because you were both sitting on a roof in your music video? Who's never sat on a roof before?
Yeah.
Like, but then they were like, they put like similarities between their music videos, and some people were like, I don't see it. And other people were like, how dare she frame for frame plagiarize? And it's all very, some of it is more subjective, some of it is a bit more black and white, but I feel like almost anything you do these days, somebody could be like, I did that too.
Yeah.
I did it first. It's like,
well, the reason hers got more attention is because she's Taylor Swift. So.
Yeah, I mean, it is a problem because somebody like Taylor Swift does not need any kind of help to be any more rich than she is. So I do see the problem when it's like a bigger name starts taking from a smaller name, because we've seen a lot of people say that in the YouTube space, like, oh, it's the smaller channels that need help. It's the bigger channels that tend to prey on the smaller channels. So that's why I'm glad I'm not an artsy person, because there's a lot of like, hey, that's mine. I did it first. Give me my credit.
Yeah.
You know, TikTokers, I did that dance first. Who fucking cares? I mean, unless you're making money off of it, or unless they're making money off of something that you did first. I don't. That whole. It all comes down to money at the end of the day.
Yeah, that whole like bigger creators get more attention is the problem with every single platform.
That's always the problem.
That's always the problem, with, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever platform. Like it's so, especially now, it's so hard to get noticed, and if you haven't, if you haven't found a way to be hugely unique, and blow up overnight, it's gonna be hard to gain that audience.
Well, that's the annoying thing about like TikTok and YouTube, is that when people do get that big, people will accuse them of plagiarizing from smaller channels or smaller creators, which is shitty if they are, because it's like, dog, you don't need any help.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I find annoying on like YouTube and TikTok and whatever is when people do collabs, and it just turns into like the biggest creators just jerking each other off in collabs.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm going to be in your video and you can put it on your channel, and you're going to be in my video and I'm going to put it on my channel.
Yeah. And it's just the same. It's the same like 10 people.
It's the
just
same
doing
cycle,
collab.
the same circle jerk. And it's like, cool. I'm so glad that we're, helping everybody out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm glad I'm not in that space, because I think I would just be like, I'm over this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm over this, like, I feel like rat race is usually used for corporate America, but or corporate, stuff. But I feel like it kind of is with this type of content too.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I would
the
just
podcast space.
I feel like I'd get all the art space.
Everything. Yeah.
I feel like I just get over it real quick. Like, I don't know.
Hello.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this Lensa thing is like really problematic, or if people are just saying, let's not give attention to things like this that could lead to more problematic things. I don't know.
Yeah. I tried my best to like,
I'm just some idiot that want to see cool pictures.
Yeah. It's like, I was like, oh man, I really don't like it. I really want to see what it generates, but I don't want to like jump on a trend just because it's hot now. But it's like,
yeah,
I'll give it a try. And it ended up being pretty cool. It spit out a handful of images. Like, wow, that's really cool. I can't believe it did that.
Yeah, some trends are dumb, and it's like, why? But this is actually kind of cool.
This was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, and it taught me a lesson about myself.
Yeah.
So
we do need to start taking more pictures.
We do,
just in general. Like our like we take pictures, but of our dog and our kid.
Yeah, my camera roll on my phone is about 75% our kid and 25% our dog. So, what are you going to do? I did start last night going through my old pictures in my camera roll and like just deleting pictures that weren't very good or whatever, because I really need to start.
I don't know.
Cleaning it up.
A lot of it is just a fear of like being out in public and doing this all the time.
I don't know how people can do that.
I don't get it. Like when we went to Galaxy Z for the first time, I thought I was going to be doing this the entire time. But then it's like, I don't want to like miss out.
That person.
I don't want to be that person. And two, I don't want to miss out on this experience that I wanted to have for so long. Yeah. And like, I don't want to be that person that goes to the concert and just does this the entire time.
I don't understand. Because who wants to watch your shitty Facebook video?
Yeah.
That's like 2 pixels long and 2 pixels big.
That's why I don't get people at like football games. There's like, I got the play. You're going to see it on ESPN and they're blown up in 8K.
Much better quality and angles.
Yeah.
They have drones and shit. You have a Samsung Galaxy S6. Like
Pro.
Yeah. Like I guarantee you, any concert, any football game, any baseball game, some professional, you're going to find it on YouTube for better. Yeah. Like just enjoy the experience. Like, yeah, that's the double-edged sword, is that like, I want to enjoy the experience while I'm here. But on the other end, I want to document it so that maybe if I kind of forget about it many, many years into the future, I can look back and be like, oh, right. Yeah. Because sometimes you fucking forget.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Maybe it is a generational difference, but there are millennials that are like it too.
It used to be like, because like back in college, I think it's like, for us, especially, I think it's because you had a dedicated device.
I had a digital camera that was like, this is what we're going to document the night with. Yeah. Now, it's like nobody carries around a digital camera. This is your camera. Yeah. And it's always in my pocket, and I guess I just forget it's there because it's not my camera. Yeah. Maybe I had my trusty Sony Cybershot with me at every friend gathering in college. Everything. I was like the historian of our friend group. Yeah. And then the day that I stopped using my Sony Cybershot, I was like, what's a picture? I just stopped.
I think what we should do is at any like gathering or like a weekend, like not getaway, but like something that we do for fun or something. I think we should make it an effort for both of us to at least take 5 pictures of ourselves and each other.
I agree. I told you of an idea like that. I agree. Yeah. I said that every friend outing, we should at least take 1 group picture.
I think we should aim for 5 each.
Wow.
5 each.
I'm gonna have to get used to seeing myself on pictures.
Yeah.
Gross.
5 each.
Oh, I thought you were adjusting my microphone. No. I'm like, I didn't even touch it.
I'm trying to seal this with a handshake.
Yeah, no, we definitely should do that because we don't do it enough. And this Lensa showed me that because I went back like a decade for some of these pictures, and I had to crop people out because I'm like, I never take pictures alone. So some of the pictures I sent out, it was like cropped like here.
Why is the Lensa cutting my head off?
Why did you crop her husband out of the picture? Because I don't take pictures alone, Lensa.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we definitely need to do that.
We also need to go out and do more. I think that's another thing that it showed. It's like, God, we don't go out as much anymore.
Well, everything is so fucking expensive
Yeah.
right now. But also, I feel like quarantine made it so much easier to not do things.
Yeah, that's true. We got
COVID
so used to
definitely
it.
made us. We've always been homebodies to begin with, but
More.
quarantine and COVID made it easy to just be like,
We can jump on Discord and talk to everybody.
yeah. No, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
We need to take more pictures and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it all for the gram.
I am not good at social media.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I try my best at it. I mean,
I will lurk and I will look, but I don't know. There's never anything that happens that's like, I need to tell the world that this happened. Like, I don't know. I don't know how people can be like, here's a sunset.
Yeah,
Instagram. I'm like, yo, we all see it.
Yeah.
In real life.
Well, like the reason I've been doing more like stories on Instagram and stuff, because I had this conversation with he is technically my boss, 'cause I work part-time for this company. That of like,
do they listen to this?
Sometimes.
Hey.
I really, if they do listen to this,
sorry about bad words.
Because this show, Beyond was a big reason why I got the job, because he enjoyed our show, and he's like, God, your stuff is so high quality, blah 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 blah,
fun.
and that weird. My socials actually led to me getting a job. But like I've had this conversation where it's like, oh, you got to make sure you stay active, and that's what it's like. If your Instagram isn't active, your stuff won't show up in their feed. So it's like, post your stories, even this is just reposting somebody else's thing. It just shows that you're active.
Yeah,
that's why I've been doing it. Then there have been times where it's like, ooh, this would be a great time to like, I start taking my picture. I was like, nobody cares. Put your phone down, because like
that's the way I feel.
Yeah,
100%.
Because we were out in the backyard yesterday. It was a really nice day. We put the chairs out and lounging. I was like, maybe I'll take a picture of myself and do that dual thing on Instagram story. It's like, oh, it's a great day for lounging. And like, no, nobody cares. I just put my phone down and I stopped doing it.
That's my thought 100% of the time.
So it's like, it's kind of that line of like, do I just want to keep reposting other people's stuff, or do I want to like post something of my own? It's like,
well, what's the point of reposting other people's stuff? What's the point of having your own profile if you're just promoting other people?
Well, just to like I said, just to remind everybody, hey, I'm still active. I'm still posting stuff. So, because if you don't post, then like your stuff's gonna get lost in the algorithm, and it's like and your stuff won't show up on people's feed because you're not active. So
I don't really care.
I care.
I probably shouldn't have social media.
Well, like you said, you're a lurker.
I'm more of a lurker.
Yeah.
I'll tweet every so often if I have a thought that I'm like, all right. But like, I don't even know. I should just delete my Facebook.
I have not gone on Facebook.
Instagram, I've been making an effort to post things maybe once every week or two. Even that's iffy, but yeah, I just don't think about it. I'm just not programmed to be like, I gotta tell everybody that I had a iced tea today. I got a basketball game tomorrow.
God, I miss General Marbles.
I do too.
So much.
I'm a point guard. I got shoe game.
Yeah, that was one of those creators. Like, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed her content until she stopped making it.
I'm telling you. It's
like,
sad. It's sad.
Cancel culture.
It's like I lost an actual friend.
Yeah. Come back, Jenna.
She
we
won't.
miss you. She's probably so like
probably enjoying
not making content every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, because like I don't usually, when it gets to the point where it's like, it feels like
a job.
Feels like a job.
It should be fun. Yeah. But I think everybody gets to that point. The bigger you get, the more it's like, I can only imagine.
Blow us up. We actually did pass 2,000 subscribers.
Yo.
We're like 20. We're like at 2021 right now.
Hey yo.
Something like that. Hey yo.
Shout out to Justin. He's a real one. He loves that. He loves boy. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I told you, man. That's a banger.
It slaps me hard.
So good.
Slaps me hard in my face every time I listen to it.
Like the actual music video.
God, I'm gonna go listen to that song after this.
Probably.
Let's go put it on my BTS playlist. Fuck yeah!
I think we'll go ahead and wrap up here. Nice, short, concise episode.
Yeah. Little bite-sized nugs for you.
Bite-sized nuggets for you. But unless we... Yeah. Ooh. No. Stop listening to me.
Google.
Jesus.
Creepy.
Anyways.
When you don't even say the word Google all day and she's like, I don't know how to help you with that. I'm like, bitch.
I didn't ask.
I didn't call for you.
We have 2 Google machines that we hardly ever use.
Yeah, I don't know why we
I think
got
they were
it.
both presents. I think that I didn't actually buy any of them.
Maybe.
I think we got Google, the first one from signing up for something.
Phones or something.
And I think
Who
we
knows?
won the other one. One of them was a gift. The other one was because we got it for free for signing up for something.
It's annoying. I feel like sometimes I'm like, hey, yo, Google. What's this, and that? She's like, I'm afraid I don't know how to help you with that. I'm like, bitch, why do I have you? And then the other times I'm just like, hey, Google, how many ounces are in a cup because I'm an adult? I know the answer to that. But I'll be like, how many gallons are in a thing?
It is useful when I ask to spell things.
There you
But
go.
what's dumb about that is like, how do you spell this? She goes, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. It's like, bitch.
What rhythm is that?
What rhythm is that?
It's like when you ask somebody for a phone number and they don't know the
oh
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And they just say it like an idiot.
Well, now it's changed because you got to do the area code now first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
That's the universal rhythm.
Yeah. If you go 18,
Oh,
5.
oh, okay. One of the most annoying things about giving a phone number, this will
Yeah.
be the last thing.
Sorry.
One of the most annoying things about giving a phone number, like over the phone, especially over the phone,
Yeah.
is when they're like, okay, I'm gonna need your phone number. And I'm like, okay. And they go, whenever you're ready. And I go, I usually, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I'll go like 1, 2, 3. And then I kind of pause because you don't know if the person you're talking to is the person who goes,
Yeah.
after each one, or if they're going to remain silent the entire time. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then like as soon as I start going on, they go, I'm like, did you hear what I said? Do I have to start over? Because I don't want to repeat what I said and have you think that that's the continuation of the number.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying. First world problems. I know, but it just made me think about that. I don't know. Whenever you go 1, 2, 3, and then you just kind of pause,
Yeah.
waiting for them to acknowledge. I don't know. I don't like talking on the phone. Text
Well,
me.
yeah, everybody, yeah.
I'm not a big phone talker. It depends on who you are. There is a circle of trust of people that I will be on the phone with for, hours at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else, like, fucking text me, bro.
Just
text me.
Just DM me.
Just send me a message. Other than that, I probably don't want to talk.
I'm actually the worst with text messages.
Yes, you
and
are.
chats and stuff.
Yes, you are. Bitch is on TikTok 24 hours a day. And I can go to the store and be like, hey, what was that one thing you wanted? Won't even look at it. I'm like, I know you're probably looking at TikTok as we speak. And you saw the notification. You're like, I'm like, we're at home.
Well, it's that, and also I'll see it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll get back to them, and I forget.
Well, I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah,
but it's like, when
That's
I know you're on your phone
That's-
all the time.
that's why I like email, especially Google. Thanks.
Yes,
No, stop
listen.
it. Gmail.
What can I help you with?
Gmail will prompt me and say, hey, you haven't gotten back to this person in 2 days. Do you want to maybe answer them? I'm like, oh shit, thanks, Gmail. Let me get on top of that. They don't do that with the chats and text messages.
Email.
so
What is it? 1995. Am I right, ladies?
Email's the best way to get in touch with me.
Text.
If
for
you
me.
have it. If you have my email, I should say.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you have it. Everybody's got email.
If you have my email. Anyways,
Yes.
let's go ahead and wrap it up here. Maybe.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna talk about aliens today, but
One day.
one day we'll get there.
One day.
So it's a promise that we continually promise that we never deliver on.
One day.
One day. So, Nicki Dimalanta, where can they find you online?
You can find me moderately active on Twitter at Dimmy, DIMMMYYY.
Stop there now. As for me, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Rogue Leader Drew.
Relatively inactive at Twitter.
I'm not active at all anymore. I haven't even opened the app in
Embarrassing.
4 months. But Instagram and TikTok at Rogue Leader Drew. If you're listening to this on audio form, please follow, beat, and rate us.
And if you're you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner so we do things on the YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the RADcast. We'll see you guys next time.